What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Rage of Bahamut, Virgin Soul Episode 7, and wow, this series, and I know this is a little bit redundant, but this series is really pulling at your heartstrings and making you feel bad for Azazel in this series, because it feels like, and maybe this is the intention, it just feels like he's supposed to be the main character in this season, because we not only seen a transition for this character, but we're seeing him lose constantly and having to deal with those consequences. And Kaiser, Kaiser is really just there. His sole purpose right now is just to be the conflict between which side is right and wrong on this war. But with Azazel, we're seeing someone who was a very high person in his position when he was a demon, and he's already lost everything now that humans are in power. And to see him lose again, to see him constantly fail, and to see him change just a little bit more in every episode, that just speaks volume of how much depth this series actually has when you look deep enough to have him develop and to actually have him start caring about other people, and for to have you start caring about him, because he was once a villain. In this episode, man, you know that little demon army that he put together, they got fucking obliterated. They got wiped out. Wow. I mean, I knew they were probably going to lose, but I didn't expect for them to get wiped out as cleanly as they did. And the thing about this is all Azazel's fault. He's gonna have to live with that, because these demons, they believed in Azazel. They believed in the Red Dragon. They fought on with that hope and that belief that he had a plan and he was going to bring Nina the Red Dragon in and mop everything up. And they end up just meeting their end. And Azazel has to live with that now, because he promised, well, I don't know. I mean, he's kind of using them for his own means. They were pawns to him anyway, but he has to live with the fact that these people trusted him and they believed in him. They rallied behind him for this cause, and they all lost their lives. And they lost their lives with the guise of thinking that he was, someone who didn't live up to their promise. They put their beliefs in him and the Red Dragon, and in the end, either one of them came through for them, and they lost their lives for it in a very resounding fashion. I mean, they didn't even have a name tag once Charioce's army got out there with their anti-magics and their magics and everything. And they purposely left Azazel alive just so he can see this failure in his own eyes, see what he's built and see it destroyed in front of him, because he tried to hold them off. He tried to tell them to run, get away, and they just went past Azazel and just killed everybody that was there. And that poor girl, that female demon, she got smashed by a big rock monster, leaving Azazel alive to see what happened when they put their belief in him now that they're all dead. That's going to eat at him. I mean, he's growing as a character to the point where he rallied these people for his cause and he failed them. That's going to be a big pill for him to swallow. So we'll just have to get into that next episode. But yeah, that was a really powerful moment to just hear them say, you know what, where's the Red Dragon? Where's Azazel? He said he was going to be here. And just to see them fall one by one, and to see them fall in front of Azazel's eyes and the pain and anguish that it put him in, it really does put the character in a new light if he hasn't been seen in one already. And Charioce is really getting the last laugh in all of this. He's just sitting at his throne laughing, because this power that he is siphoned from the gods, no one can hold a candle to it right now. No one is able to stand up to it, with the exception of Megaro that we've seen. But with Azazel, he's trying to rally these troops, and they just didn't stand up at all. They were completely wiped clean. And to make matters worse, you have the factor in the Red Dragon that was Nina, and she's pretty much Team Charioce right now. I mean, Azazel tried to go get her for the cause, and the best thing, or one of the things about this episode, one of the focal points, is we're beginning to see Nina perhaps have a control over her ability, and maybe we found the trigger of this ability, and that could actually be true love, because right now all she has on her brain is the glorious Chris or Charioce, to the point where, remember when we saw her at the beginning of the series, every man that she's seen, you know, awakened that dragon within her, and she started blushing, she started trying to hold back, but now no one has an effect on her, to the point where even if she sees someone that looks like Chris and she thinks it's him, we get to see those rosy cheeks a little bit. But when she got to the point with Azazel, who we've seen can unlock that power within her because of her attraction, she didn't have any attraction to him at all. She didn't get her blood boiling. And when Azazel saw this and he tried to kiss her, he got decked for his troubles, which was pretty funny. But the thing is, it seems like her power is actually true love, in a sense, or her true desire. I think what's actually the key to making her turn to this dragon or controlling this dragon power is a true love. And once she has her eyes focused on someone that she truly wants and desires, that may be the only thing that can trigger it. Unfortunately, it's Charioce right now, so that's still bad for everybody else. And the rest of the episode, we really just caught up with like Bacchus for a little bit and dealing with his situation too, because Bacchus has Megara, and the gods are actually on the earth looking for Megara. But you know what? Bacchus actually covered and said that he doesn't know where the kid is. So Phil, she was actually there right dead in the center, like, do you know anything? And she kind of gauged the situation and saw something was up with Bacchus, but she couldn't figure out what it was. And you know, he covered, he was like, oh, this kid right here, this is just a demon that I got working for me. You know what? Go scram. Go somewhere and do some work. He actually didn't give Megara up to the gods. And I think that's because he's been on Earth so long now that he actually likes it there, you know. And if he gave up this kid, he will have to go back to the heavens to be a god, and he won't get to spend that time with Rita and Nina and everybody else. I think he really just likes being in the world that he's in right now. Moreover, I think he also likes not being part of this war, because if he goes back up to the heavens, he might be into the fray of things. But the bigger thing that I can point out is probably he senses that something's wrong. He knows something's up. Like, why are the guys looking for this kid so much? Why are they on the ground with the commoners looking for this kid? So something has to be up. I think I'm just going to hold my cards to my chest and protect this kid. And with Megara, I'm just going to kind of leave Megara ambiguous right now, because Nina addresses Megara as a she, but everybody else calls it he. I don't know what to address it, but we know how important it is. And I think Bacchus actually recognizes how important Megara is to things as well, and he just wants to just live a regular life. I think that is his stance on everything. But back to Azazel and his failure. I mean, to make matters worse, this parade that they staged this plan on was actually the anniversary of when the humans took the power from the gods and submitted to demons. So Charioce is like, you know what, today would be an even better day to get this rag demon and kill him. So imagine that. And yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I really did expect these demons to have a little bit more fight than they did, and they just got wiped out. But again, what made it so strong was to show that Azazel is really falling from grace right now. And you know, I never leave Bahamut thinking that it was a bad episode, but this episode in particular, it really was just, it was kind of stretched out. It was just this plan to try to kill Charioce stretched out, and to highlight the failure that Azazel now has to face. As they actually did this episode in the flashback, they showed the beginning with everything in carnage. He's completely lost. He's surrounded. Everybody's down. He's seen everybody's dead in front of him that rallied to his cause. And then we get the episode. We see how everything got to the point that it is. And at the end, we're shown once again, you know, they show the end credits. We see that girl, poor girl, get crushed. And now Charioce is face to face with the rag demon. We can only hope that Nina's probably gonna drag him up and save the day, because maybe she'll realize what's going on, or maybe, you know, she will recognize that it is Charioce and decide to help him, which would make matters good. But Megara disappeared as well, so it's highly possible that he's gonna risk exposing himself to save Azazel, or perhaps he's going to get captured. Either way, this was a swift victory for Charioce, and it swings things in this series completely than the side that it was on. So guys, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. Do you think this is just a resounding victory for Charioce, and now we just have to wait for maybe Kaiser to come to senses and do something about this? Or how do you feel about Azazel overall? Are you liking him as a character? It seems to me like, at least probably for this first half, he's intended to be the main character. even though he was a villain last season. Let me know how you feel about that. And let me know how you feel about this series overall. If you like the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content you indulge on his channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. And I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.